Hello everyone. In this video tutorial, we are going to see about the difference between verbal and non-verbal communication. In this video, we will be seeing the definition of communication, the definition of verbal communication, the definition of non-verbal communication and its types. Let's see about communication. Communication is an exchange of facts, thoughts, ideas, and information by two or more persons with or without words, that is, signals. There are two types of communication: verbal communication and non verbal communication. Verbal communication. Verbal communication is also known as oral communication. It includes face to face communication or through telephone, radio, television, and other media. It is natural and informal. The types of verbal communication are face to face communication, telephone communication, presentation, public speech, interview, negotiation, group discussion, and meeting. Non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication actually means communication without word. When messages of information are exchanged or communicated without using any spoken or written words, it is known as nonverbal communication. There are different forms of nonverbal communication. They are kinesics, chronomics, proxemics, paralanguage, sign language, attire, adapters, and haptics. Let's see each of the following in detail. Kinesics or body language. Our body communicates different messages through its physical movement. For example, handshaking, open palms define honest, hiding palms define lying or concealing, palms up define submissive or non threatening, palm down defines authority, palm closed defines finger pointer, cross arms define negative, nervous, and defensive. Different elements of body language. Personal appearance. Personal appearance contains three things. They are clothes, accessories, and grooming. For example, clothes. If our clothes are dirty or crumpled, they can create a negative impression. But if we wear clean and ironed clothes, we can create a positive impression. Accessories like perfume, belt, tie, watch, shoes. These are the accessories which show the status of a person. Grooming means how we look. Combed hair, clean shave, and trimmed nail create a positive impression. Facial expressions. Face shows feelings, attitudes, and emotion. For example, frown, happiness, and fear. Postures. Posture is the way we hold ourselves, the way we stand or sit. It indicates something about our feelings and thoughts, attitudes, and health. Posture refers to the courage, state, attitude of body or mind. Posture can indicate disregard or disrespect for others. For example, forward lean indicates attentiveness and interest. Drawing back or turning away expresses a negative or refusing. Expansion suggests proud, conceited, arrogant. Stiff posture shows tension. Comfortably leaning back conveys a relaxed mood. And other postures including leg spread, slouching, towering, jaw thrust, and arm crossing. Gestures. Gestures are movements of hand, head, or body. They are natural accomplishment of speech. Gesture refers to any significant movement of limb or body and a deliberate use of such movement as an expression of feeling. Oculesics. Eye contact and the actions of looking while talking and listening. Frequency of glances, patterns of fixation, pupil dilation, and blink rate. For example, winking. The next type is chronomics or time language, the way in which we perceive time, structure our time, and react to time is a powerful communication tool. Time expression can be expressed through punctuality, willingness to wait, speed of speech, amount of time we listen to people. Proxemics or space distancing. There are four zones of space distancing. First zone is intimate space, which is between 0 to 18 inches. This is 2 feet away from your body. People emotionally close to you, like your parents, kids, spouse, very close friends, are allowed to enter this zone. Personal space. This is between 18 inches to 4 feet. A handshake away, the distance you should stand in friendly gathering. Social space. This is between 5 feet to 12 feet. About 2 arm length away, the distance you should stand with people you don't know, like customers and visitors. Public space, more than 12 feet. Over 3.6 meter away, the distance you feel comfortable when addressing people. The next type is paralanguage or vocalics. The nonverbal aspects of the spoken words are known as paralanguage. The nonverbal elements of communication are used to convey an emotion, attitude, and an altered meaning are referred to as paralanguage. Its elements include tone, it is the quality of the voice; volume, volume is the loudness or softness; pitch, pitch is the high or low note on the scale; a high-pitched voice is often unpleasant; speed, speed is a factor of the speech; rapid speech indicates excitement; pronunciation, pronunciation means the accepted standard of the way in which a word is said; accent is the way a person pronounces the sound of the language. Prosodic features such as rhythm, stress, and intonation. Intonation is the sound pattern of sentences. The next type is sign language. Signs. Sign may be a movement or sound to convey something specific. For example, elders convey their blessings by placing their hands on the heads of the people moving to them. This is the sign of blessing. Finger on the lips to suggest keep silent. Signals. Sign may be a movement or sound to convey something specific, but there is a difference between sign and signal. A sign is something that we find or see, whereas a signal is generally used for something is done intentionally and suggests that some action be taken in response. For example, signal to the waiter for a bill, signal to turn right. Symbol. Symbol refers to a manner of representation of ideas. For example, white is the symbol of purity and ISI mark represent the symbol of quality. The next type, attire or clothing. Attire is one of the most common forms of non-verbal communication. The study of clothing and other objects as a means of non-verbal communication is known as artifacts or objectics. The way a person dresses is often subjected to much interpretation. Attire proclaims a person; formal, informal, or casual dressing conveys different meanings. The types of clothing that an individual wears conveys nonverbal cues about his or her personality, background, and financial status, and how others will respond to them. Adapters. Some hand movements are not considered to be gestures. They consist of manipulations either of the person or some object. For example, clothing, pencils, eyeglasses is the kinds of scratching, fidgeting, rubbing, tapping, and touching that people often do with their hands. Such behaviors are referred to as adapters. It serves as the basis for dispositional inferences of the speaker's emotion. Adapters signal nervousness, anxiousness, and boredom. For example, fiddling with one's hair, chewing one's fingernails, tapping one's foot or leg, biting one's lip, scratching one's arm, wringing one's hand, clenching one's jaw. The last type is haptics or touch. Let's see the forms of haptics. Functional or professional. This is touch between colleagues and professionals. For example, handshake or a slap on the back. Social or polite. This is used with acquaintances or with the people in a group who are friends but not necessarily close friends. Example, light touch on the arms to get attention or hugging team members when you win a match. Friendship or warmth. That includes many of the light-hearted gestures that show you like and understand each other. For example, high-fiving a friend when you see each other or giving them a hug when they share bad news. Love or intimacy. This type of touch is associated with emotional closeness, trust, and vulnerability. For example, we see this in the way a child clings to his or her mother when they are feeling sad or afraid. Also, holding hands or embracing each other as a dating couple. Okay, friends, this is all about verbal and non verbal communication. Hope you understood the concept. Thank you.